You know, out of all the guys out there that have YouTube gun channels, very few of us carry revolvers. And even fewer of us carry a revolver like the Chiappa Rhino. Now, because I do choose to carry this gun, I might be the only one, I get a couple of questions quite often. Well, I get a couple of legitimate questions quite often. Why are you such a fag? Or what the hell is wrong with you? As I have said in the past, are not legitimate questions. So tonight I want to stick to the two questions I get asked most often because of the fact that I do carry the Chiappa Rhino 2-inch 357 Magnum revolver as my everyday carry. Those two questions are, how do I carry it and in what kind of holster? And why did I choose to go to a 357 Magnum round when I have said in the past that it isn't worth going up from 38 Special plus P to 357 Magnum in a small revolver? Well, the answer to the first question is I carry it about 330 outside the waistband in a leather holster. I find leather holsters are more comfortable for me. I like Kydex holsters for some guns. I'm not anti-Kydex, but for a good revolver, I like a leather holster. I usually just use the holster that comes with it. If I'm wearing brown, it actually comes with a very nice holster. Or if I'm wearing a black holster, I wear a Winthrop holster. Winthrop holsters are easy to find online, and they're very reasonably priced, and they're very good quality. Now, the one it comes with has the multiple slots here so that you can wear it at different cants, whereas the Winthrop is just pretty much set, but both of them are very comfortable. I wear them in a similar position anyway, so I don't mind that the Winthrop doesn't have the extra setting on it. The biggest difference between the two is the Winthrop doesn't have that little part that comes up over the hammer area of the gun. I actually do miss that part because I like it in the one that Chiappa makes because it makes the gun easier to reholster and covers more of the gun. Now, Chiappa makes this brown holster in a 2-inch and a 4-inch version for outside the waistband, but they do not make an inside the waistband holster. They do make Kydex holsters for their larger barrel guns, but the leather holsters are just for the two sizes. Now, the Winthrop holsters come for the 2-inch and the 4-inch models outside waistband, and they come for the 2-inch models inside waistband. For those of you that ask me, how do I find a good inside the waistband holster for Chiappa Rhino? Winthrop holsters are the way to go. They have some nice inside the waistband holsters. Now to get to the part of why did I go up to a 357 Magnum from 38 Special plus P in a small revolver? Well, I've never said there was not an advantage of power for a 357 Magnum over a 38 Special, even in a small gun. I said that extra power wasn't worth it because you lost handling. It made it so much harder to control a small revolver that it wasn't worth getting the extra power to go up to a round that you might not be able to hit with. And you would definitely have trouble hitting a second time with because of that felt recoil. With the Chiappa Rhino, you don't have that problem. This gun handles the recoil of full-load 357 Magnum rounds better than guns like the Smith & Wesson 637 or the Ruger LCR handle 38 Special plus P. You actually get less felt recoil from this gun with full 357 Magnum rounds than you do out of those other guns with 38 Special plus P. And as far as that power is concerned, that extra power you get from the 357 Magnum, it is substantial. It's way more than the 38 Special plus P in a 2-inch barrel, and it's even more than a 9mm in a 4-inch barrel. I just recently got a new chronograph after a friend of mine borrowed my old one and shot it. So I was able to do some testing here recently, and I'll show you the results here. I tested the ammos that I carry now, and I tested all 3 calibers in a similar size round with similar ammo, same manufacturer, same line, etc. And I'll show you the results. Oh, and for people who are going to say, well, why didn't you film yourself chronographing it? Well, I don't like filming myself shoot. It's a pain in the ass. It makes a fun event a job. And plus, I think shooting is kind of like scratching your ass, as I've said in the past. It's fun to do it yourself, but watching somebody else do it doesn't really get me off, so I'm not that into it. But I did get a little head thing recently for my GoPro, so I might be having some POV videos pretty soon for when I do reviews. Now, my carry round of choice is Hornady Critical Defense in 357 Magnum. Now, I know a lot of people like Critical Duty better, and I will say I think Critical Duty does better at ranges of over 30 yards, but I think Critical Defense is slightly better at ranges under 30 yards, and I don't see myself shooting anyone at over 30 or 40 yards, so I'm going to stick to Critical Defense. Now, first off, the 110 grain 38 Special plus P Critical Defense ammo out of a 2-inch barrel at about, 10 inches from the barrel gets between 820 and 860 feet per second. That's not bad. That's definitely a capable round for self-defense. Now, when you put that same round in a 4-inch barrel, it does go up. It goes up to about 980 to 1020. So out of a 4-inch barrel, it's faster, of course, but I would be carrying in a 2-inch barrel, so that's what is most important to me. Now, the 9mm 115 grain critical defense ammo out of a 4¼ inch barrel, for me, tests at between 1,000 feet per second and 1,105 feet per second out of a 4.25 inch barrel, like I said. As you can see, that's substantially more powerful than the 38 Special Plus P out of a 2 inch, and even more powerful than the 38 Special Plus P out of a 4 inch barrel. So the 9mm round, which is the most common round people carry, which is why I'm comparing the other rounds to it, is better than the 38 Special Plus P if you shoot it out of a 4 inch barrel. If you're shooting it out of a 2 inch barrel, it's just marginally better, but it's still better. Now finally, the 357 Magnum round out of a 2 inch barrel gets between 1,170 feet per second and 1,205 feet per second. As you can see, that is faster than either of the two rounds, plus it's heavier. So you're getting more velocity and more energy out of the 357 Magnum round, even in a 2 inch barrel, than you do the 9mm in a 4 inch barrel or the 38 Special in either barrel. So as you can clearly see, there definitely is an advantage to carrying a 357 Magnum round. The question you have to answer is it worth it to get that extra power to lose handling of your gun, to make your gun harder to use, to make it more abusive when you shoot it? But if you have a Chiappa Rhino, you don't have to answer that question because, like I said, this gun will handle the 357 Magnum round easier than other guns handle the 38 Special Plus P. You ain't even my real dad.